Hello, everyone in Shanghai. Well, I think artificial intelligence is going to play a very profound role in the future of human evolution and civilization in general. We are seeing obviously an explosion in digital compute. One of the most fundamental metrics to consider is the ratio of digital to biological compute that exists on Earth, meaning how much computation are humans capable of versus how much computation are computers capable of, and what is that ratio? And every year, that ratio gets greater and greater. Meaning, the ratio of machine versus biological intelligence keeps increasing, and that means over time, human intelligence will represent a smaller and smaller percentage of total thinking capacity on Earth relative to machines. This is really a profound change. The implications are difficult to understand at this time, but I think we're at one of the most profound times in human history. The Tesla Optimus robot is still in the development stages, so it's quite early. But I think in the future we will have a very large number of robots. In fact, an interesting question to consider is what would be the ratio of robots to humans as time goes by, and it seems like it may at some point exceed a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning more robots than humans, and potentially much greater. So this is certainly the way things appear to be trending. This has both positive and negative implications, because the positive implications are that it will be an age of abundance where there's whatever goods and services somebody wants that they can simply have, because the productivity of a future world with a very large number of robots would be incredibly high compared to the productivity of Earth today. So it's a very profound change, and something I think we need to be careful about to make sure that it is something that benefits humanity. But the trends are over time, independent of Tesla, that we're headed to a world where there are more robots than humans. Now, Optimus is intended to be helpful in human-like tasks. It is not meant to have great intelligence, but it is meant to have sufficient intelligence to do boring, repetitive, or dangerous tasks that humans would prefer not to do. So the goal of Optimus, like I said, is to do the kind of jobs that people would prefer not to do. And I think it will be quite useful in that regard. I think it's going to be significant. With respect to autonomy, Tesla is very much interested in licensing the technology to other car makers. A very useful technology, something that, again, will take the drudgery out of driving, and give people back their time. So it will also result in a much higher utilization factor of cars. So if you look at a typical passenger car, that sees usage of approximately 10 past 12 hours a week, but most of the time is in a parking lot. And a fully autonomous car, I think, perhaps has a utilization of 50 or 60 hours per week out of 168. So the utility of an autonomous car is, in our thinking, about 5 times greater than that of an unautonomous car. And it tells that we do want to provide this to others. So that's why we're interested or open to the idea of licensing self-driving technology to other car makers. In terms of where Tesla is at this stage, I think we are very close to achieving full self-driving without human supervision. So for testing on US roads, it is already quite rare to require an intervention. So when I drive a Tesla car using the latest full self-driving beta, I almost never need to touch the controls going from one destination to another. I think we will achieve full self-driving depending on what level you call it, 4 or 5, I think later this year. So now I've been wrong about this prediction in the past, but I feel like we're closer to it than we ever have been. I do think we should be very careful with the development of, especially artificial general intelligence or very deep intelligence. So if you take the example of self-driving cars, while that is currently a difficult task for computers to do or for limited AI to do, that is clearly, in our view, something that will be addressed, and we think later this year, with some uncertainty bounds there. We're not sure, but we think it's trending towards solving later this year. But this is very different from artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is a computer intelligence that is smarter than all humans at everything. So this is not something that Tesla is working on, but other companies are. And I think that is something we should be concerned about. I think it's important that there be some sort of regulatory oversight to ensure that that very deep intelligence, tens of thousands of high performance computers, potentially hundreds of thousands of high performance computers, at some point potentially millions of the most advanced computers, all working together in a data center to produce a single combined super intelligence. And obviously, if you've got a super intelligence of immense capability, far more capable than a human, that is a concern, that is a risk. Now, it could be that there's a very positive future, but there's some chance of a negative future, and we should do everything possible to ensure that the negative future does not come to pass and that the positive one does. Well, I think there's a tremendous number of very smart, very talented people in China. I've always been a tremendous admirer of the sheer amount of talent and drive that exists in China. So I think really China's going to be great at anything it puts its mind to. So that includes, many different sectors of the economy, but also artificial intelligence. So I think China will have very strong AI capability, is my prediction. Thank you for having me present, at least virtually, and provide some comments. I hope you found the comments to be interesting. Thanks once again to everyone in Shanghai. I look forward to attending next time in person.